Today we're going to be sharing several recipes as well as our cottage garden update and a delicious ice cream recipe as well. We're going to start by making our probiotic yogurt, and how we do that is we use an Instapot. You could use a Dutch oven and your oven to incubate it overnight with just the light on. You can find the recipe and all the instructions at themoderndaycottage.com. Ruby Ann and I have been enjoying these longer daylight hours. We spent several days planting 85 tomato plants into the cottage garden, as well as starting some more seeds. We're using an Instapot for our yogurt. If you've never made yogurt before, I highly advise it. It is so simple and easy to do, and the texture and the taste, you can control that a lot better than you can just buying store-bought yogurt. The longer you ferment your yogurt, the tangier that it will get, but we find that we like the 20 to 24 hour incubation time for our yogurt. And not always do we strain the yogurt, but sometimes we do if we need a thick Greek style yogurt, or if we just are in the mood for Greek style yogurt, we will strain it overnight in the refrigerator. But you can find all of those step-by-step instructions at the blog. Now I'm starting some water kefir. We absolutely love water kefir. Our favorite flavor currently here in our cottage is lemon lavender. What we do is we start the water kefir, and then we strain it off from the grains. Then we will add the infusion of freshly squeezed lemon juice and some lavender buds. And then we let it set overnight in the refrigerator after we have done the incubation first with the kefir grains. When you strain it from the kefir grains, then we add in the lemon juice and the lavender buds. Oh my word, it is, the lavender lemon water kefir is really good. We have been enjoying that flavor this spring. This will set in dark cabinet for up to 72 hours. I test it within 12 hours and then 24 and then 48. But most of the time it takes about 24 hours depending on the temperature of the house. And especially in the summertime, it'll probably be ready in 12 hours. We have just recently found out about Moringa, the benefits of Moringa leaf. If you've never heard of Moringa before, you look into it and check it out. We were able to find a woman near us that was selling the fresh leaves, the seeds, and the plants. And we bought some leaves, seeds, and 2 plants. And we're going to dehydrate those Moringa leaves. I'm continuing to mix up the sourdough starter that I started 6 different ways. I have found so far, this is day 6, that the whole wheat flour is doing the best, and the whole wheat flour with the orange juice is my top performer. The second performer is the whole wheat with the water, and the third one is the bread flour with the orange juice. And then the rest of them have not done well at all. I probably will only end up making 3 loaves of bread because the rest of them are not even active and they're not even responding as well. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but there's a place that is giving out free dehydrated sourdough, and it's called the Carl Griffin's Oregon Trail sourdough starter. So I sent out an envelope self-addressed back to myself with a forever stamp, and they sent me back this sourdough starter. So that's what I'm starting today as well. I'm going to be mixing in half rye and half hard white wheat flour for my flour, and then as well as some water. Today is the day for us to go out and pick the sugar snap peas. This is actually our first harvest of the sugar snap peas. They're not getting as tall as they would have gotten had I started on them in February, but since I started them late, they're not going to produce like they probably would have if I started them earlier. Again, this is our first year growing this in our cottage garden. So if you have any tips for the sugar snap peas, please leave them in the comments below. We would love to learn how to produce a better harvest for these peas. We have noticed tons of ladybugs on the peas, which is really good because they're harvesting all those little green bugs that are on the peas. So that way we are not having to spray them. I'm going to soak them in apple cider vinegar for 10 to 15 minutes, then I'm going to put them in a cold bath. Those were our cherry toad tomatoes that have ripened out there. We planted 85 tomato plants in the garden. Half of those came from my friend Jennifer, and the other half we started by seeds. We're going to start the cottage-inspired fresh spring rolls by boiling the rice noodles and getting those ready. Ruby and I are going to prepare the vegetables to go into the spring rolls. So what you do is you soak your spring roll in warm water just for a few seconds, and then you either use a damp towel or a plate, and then you're going to put the ingredients in the middle, and then you're going to fold it up and then tightly but gently roll up your rice wrapper. You can use several dipping sauces with this. We have created a peanut ginger dipping sauce for these fresh spring rolls. We have been enjoying using all of the sugar snap peas for our meals lately. We tried the circular rice wraps and we tried the square rice wraps, and we both found that we like these circle rice wraps better than these square ones. So if you've never made these, I highly suggest the circle rice wraps. It has less excess left over after you've wrapped them. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the bottom into the middle, and then the sides gently but tightly roll it up. And then you're going to make sure when you place them on a platter next to each other, make sure they don't touch to each other. Now we're going to make the peanut ginger dipping sauce for the rolls. I'm using peanut butter, white rice vinegar, soy sauce, sesame seed oil, maple syrup, as well as fresh garlic and fresh ginger root. You can find this blog post at themoderndaycottage.com, coming soon at the end of this week. As Amazon and Azuri affiliates, any link below that you click on and make a purchase from, we may make a small commission at no cost to you. But please be assured, we only share products and items we love and use here in our cottage. You can add water to thin out the dipping sauce to whatever desired consistency that you prefer. These fresh rolls are amazing. We'll be making these in rotation at least once a month. This spring and the summer, these are going to be amazing to have on hand for our snacking pleasures. If you try this recipe, please let us know below, and we would love if you would go to the blog and give us a 5-star rating. Ruby Ann has been creating and coming up with so many recipes that we're going to be putting out on our blogs soon for you. This is one of many to come. She's going to be using our organic cane sugar from Missouri, brown sugar, Dutch chocolate, cocoa powder, a little bit of caramel extract, our DIY vanilla extract, which we have that blog post on our blog as well if you would like to learn how to make vanilla extract, and milk and whipping cream. And you're going to let this set overnight, and then the next day she's going to make the ice cream in her ice cream maker. Ruby Ann and I catch up on a lot that we don't normally get to catch up on when we're cleaning up the dishes. I know many people find home blessings more of home chores, but to us it's a home blessing to be able to do and to be able to share this space with one another. We find it very enjoyable and very sacred. Alright, it has set overnight, so Ruby Ann is going to add it to the ice cream maker, and she's going to add in some chocolate chips and some caramel coconut topping that came from Azuri. This actually was a mistake order. I didn't order it, it just came into my order by mistake, and ever since that has happened, I make sure every time we do an Azuri order that I have at least 3 to 6 of those cans in our order. It is one of the most delicious caramel sauces I've ever tried. This machine is a beast at making ice cream. It takes maybe 15 minutes for it to get to this consistency. And then we love this pan. We put it in the freezer, and that way you can scoop it out easier, being elongated rectangle like this instead of in a circle tub. We were just using our circle plastic tubs, you know, freezer safe tubs, but this actually does a whole lot better for making your ice cream balls. The yogurt has incubated at least for 20 hours, and it is thick and ready to be jarred up. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and we will be able to enjoy our homemade yogurt tomorrow with breakfast. I still need to make some sourdough granola as well. You can find that blog post at themoderndaycottage.com for your homemade yogurt. Moringa leaves have finished up dehydrating, and what we're going to do, we're going to make a tea with this. You can use it in your smoothies. But it tastes like arugula is what it tastes like to me. In the tea form, it just tastes very fresh and earthy. It wasn't bad at all. This was the first time we've tasted the tea and done this. This is all a new experience for us. So we appreciate you coming along on this journey. It wasn't that bad at all. I actually looked forward to taking it, and you know, we'll keep you updated on how it goes and if we see any improvement in anything health-wise by consuming it daily. But as always, talk to your doctor before ever implementing any kind of regimen into your diet. The ice cream has set up for an hour. Ruby is going to scoop the ice cream into our little ice cream sundae bowls. It's extremely good, and we topped it with our cherry jam. Oh my heavens, it is phenomenal. It's so good. I hope you get to try this ice cream this spring and summer season. Oh my word, it is so good. Oh, we put cocoa nibs too on it, and dried cherries, and then the cherry jam. You can find that on the blog as well later this week. We are working on putting that out. This is also a pantry inventory, free printable, that Ruby Ann is putting on our blog. Thank you for watching with us today here at the Modern Day Cottage, and as always, we will bring you homemade recipes, cottage living, and a cozy home. We hope to see you in the next video.